In 1630, a young samurai named Kuji pushed himself harder than anyone else in his training hall. He trained 12 hours every day with extreme intensity and no true recovery. Within only 3 months, his body shut down. Not because of wounds or injury, but because his inner energy had been completely drained at the same time. His senior instructors, men in their 50s and 60s, followed the same brutal schedule and still appeared strong, alert, and full of life. They did not look worn down. They did not move like tired men. The reason was simple but hidden. They understood 3 inner laws, 3 mental rules that controlled energy at its source. Kuji was about to discover them, or his body and spirit would break. By the end of this story, you will understand these same laws and recognize why. Your own energy may have been quietly leaking away for years without your awareness. One morning, Kuji woke and found that he could barely move. He was not injured or paralyzed, simply felt hollow, as if his strength had been emptied from the inside. He was only 22 years old and had been chosen for Lord Tita's elite warrior program. So out of hundreds of candidates, he had earned his place. This was meant to be the greatest opportunity of his life. Instead, it felt like he was slowly failing. His skill was not the problem. His sword work was sharp, his form was clean, his commitment was unquestionable. But his strength was gone. Each morning he dragged himself from bed. Every practice session felt heavy and slow, like trying to move through deep water. At night, he fell into a dreamless, crushing sleep. Other students recovered and returned. Stronger Kuji only felt weaker with each passing day. Kuji-san, instructor, Hideaki's voice broke the morning silence. You look like a dead man walking. When was the last time you truly felt alive? Kuji struggled to stand straight. His legs trembled. I am fine, sensei. I'm ready to train. No, you are not fine, Hideaki said calmly. You are burning yourself out. Sit down. The moment Kuji sat, relief washed through him. Hideaki was around 55 years old. His hair was gray, his face lined by years of discipline. Yet his eyes were bright and alert. He had already trained for hours that morning and would train for many more. Still, he carried more life than Kuji did after long sleep. Tell me how you train, Hideaki said. I wake before dawn, train until breakfast. I train again until lunch. After lunch, I train until dinner. I study techniques and practice. Meditation. Then I sleep. How many hours of sleep? 5 or 6. I want to use every possible hour to improve. And during training, how do you feel? Kuji hesitated, then spoke honestly. Heavy, slow. Every movement feels forced. But I push through? And you believe this is true discipline? Hideaki asked. Yes, sensei. Hideaki shook his head gently. No, this is misunderstanding. You believe effort equals progress. You believe exhaustion equals growth. That belief will destroy you. You are missing the 3 principles. What principles? The rules that separate drained warriors from unstoppable ones. The reason I can train 12 hours at my age while you collapse at 22. Kuji leaned forward. Please teach me. I will. But first, you must understand this truth. Energy is not mainly physical. It is largely mental. Your body is not your enemy. Your mind is mismanaging your strength. I do not understand. Kuji said. Come, Hideaki replied. Watch the others. They walked to the main yard. Dozens of samurai practiced their forms. Some moved smoothly and calmly. Others moved with clenched jaws and rigid shoulders. Watch Takumi Hideaki said. See his face? Tight. Forced. He is battling his own body. That is you. Then he pointed to another student. Now look at Riku. His face is relaxed. His shoulders are loose. His movements flow naturally. Same form, same technique. Completely different energy cost. Takumi will burn out quickly. Riku can continue for hours. The difference is not strength, his mind said. Then Hideaki said, the first principle is this. Energy follows attention. Whatever your mind focuses on, your energy flows there. Your attention, he explained, was spread across fear, comparison, self-judgment, past mistakes, and future worries. Very little of it was placed fully on the present moment. You are not training, Hideaki said. You are thinking about training that drains you. Every unnecessary thought became a small leak. One leak was minor. Hundreds of leaks emptied the tank. To fix this, Kuji began training his attention. He sat and watched his breath. His mind wandered constantly. Food. Yesterday, tomorrow. He brought it back again and again. The practice felt difficult, but something changed. He felt lighter, more stable. Next, Hideaki taught him the second principle. Resistance creates exhaustion. Fighting pain, fighting difficulty, and wishing reality were different drained more energy than the challenge itself. When Kuji stopped mentally arguing with discomfort and simply accepted it, his strength lasted longer. The pain was still there, but the suffering was reduced. Then came the third principle. Stillness creates power. Hideaki showed him how unnecessary movement, constant fidgeting, and non-stop thinking wasted strength. Stillness between actions allowed energy to rebuild. Stillness in the mind allowed the nervous system to recover even during hard work. Kuji learned to pause fully between movements. No tension, no mental noise, just calm presence. To his surprise, long sessions that once crushed him now felt sustainable. Weeks later, Kuji faced the same 12-hour training schedule that had once broken him. This time, he finished tired but not destroyed. His energy remained. Hideaki bowed to him. You have learned what took me decades to understand? Energy is shaped by the mind. Control your attention. Accept reality. Practice stillness. That is the path to lasting strength. Years later, Kuji became a teacher. He saw the same exhaustion in young warriors. He taught them the same 3 laws. Focus directs energy. Resistance drains strength. Stillness restores power. Modern science would later confirm what the old warriors knew through experience. Divided focus causes fatigue. Acceptance reduces stress. Stillness activates recovery systems in the body. Most people are not tired because they work too hard. They are tired because they waste energy mentally through worry, resistance, distraction, and constant inner noise. When you focus fully, accept what is, and practice stillness, you stop wasting strength. You stop leaking power. You build. Reserves energy is not something you either have or do not have. It is something you manage. Master your energy, and you gain control over your life.